Now to the battle over what defines a man versus a woman. In Woodstock, Vermont, the high school snowboarding coach has been fired for saying there are differences between boys and girls. The fired coach was overheard discussing with team members how they had to compete against a boy who was identifying as a girl. Coach Bloch, who's a devout Christian, is now suing school officials to get his job back. Tyson Langhofer, the senior counsel and director at the Center for Academic Freedom with the Alliance Defending Freedom, is representing Coach Bloch, and he joins us now. Tyson, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Okay, so I just want to get this straight for our viewers. Ultimately, Coach Bloch stated that he believes to his team that there is a biological difference between a man and a woman, and then immediately got fired because of that reason alone?
That's absolutely true, and it really is shocking. I mean, all he did was interject in a conversation that he heard going on between two of his athletes about a competition they were getting ready to go against, a male athlete who was competing on as a female against other girls, and he interjected that he thought there was actually differences biologically between boys and girls. And the very next morning, he was called in and fired. And that's quite shocking. I mean, public employees can't be fired for engaging in respectful speech on a matter of great public concern.
And he has been a coach at the school, I understand it, for a very long time. Coach Bloch says that his right to free speech has been violated here. So, Tyson, is this a free speech issue or is this a religious freedom case?
Well, it's really both. I mean, Coach Bloch is a Christian, and so he was speaking, both out of his beliefs as a Christian that men and women are created in the image of God, and they're created male and female, and that you cannot that sex is immutable and not changeable. But at the same time, he's just speaking as an individual, and he has the right to speak. Teachers don't shed their rights, their constitutional rights, when they step across the schoolhouse gates. And he was simply engaging in a conversation that students were having and engaging on a subject that the school expresses its opinion on all the time.
The fascinating thing about this case is science is actually on the side of Coach Bloch here, because science would tell us that there are indeed biological differences between a man and a woman. That's a fact. So does that fact help your case?
Well, I think it helps it in that people understand that, hey, merely taking a side and expressing an opinion which is backed by science, you shouldn't get punished for that. I mean, and the fact is that many women are being impacted by this. I mean, they are losing scholarships, they're losing places on the podium, things that they have worked hard for years, and that's not fair. And I think people understand that you shouldn't get fired simply for expressing an opinion, an important opinion, which is backed by science, just simply because somebody in the government disagrees with you.
Okay, so this case is actually being held in Vermont as well. Do you have concern, this is more of a blue state, of how this case may go?
Well, we're in federal court. We're bringing federal constitutional claims. And so, we hope that the Constitution will be enforced as it's written to protect his rights. We have actually won. We recently won a case in Vermont on behalf of another coach and his daughter, who were both punished for expressing an opinion about gender ideology as well. And so we believe that that the First Amendment is still really strong, and that Coach Bloch's rights will be protected and that he'll be reinstated, because he is a well-loved coach. He started the snowboarding program there. He's had tons of success. His student athletes love him, and we think that he needs to be back in the place where he should be, coaching those students.
And if you win, he will go back to his job? What will he do?
Absolutely, yep.
All right, well, we'll be staying tuned for this specific case. Tyson, thanks for fighting for free speech for Americans, not just in this case, but around the country. Thanks for what you do at Alliance Defending Freedom, and thanks for being with us this evening.
Thanks so much.